This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. They make the tackle, but there is a flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff heading left. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The last time they played, of course, Alabama won comfortably. That was an embarrassing day for the LSU faithful. They have not forgotten it.
Chris, I don't think anybody's going to forget that loss because it was so surprising to see LSU get blown out. But they feel much better about this matchup.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these 3rd downs, and it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seemed to change when the SEC split East and West and became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. On the ground, it's Haynes. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Single back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
3rd down is short on the 8th play of this opening drive. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the bats they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Trying to find room. It's Jackson. Breaking free at the 35. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Back to pass. It's Collins. Caught quickly. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Yeah, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Quarterback's got it on the option. It's a quarterback keeper. Pitch to the back. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big game that time. That's great execution.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He's going to hand this off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He shreds the tackle. Brought down just short of the end zone. Will be 1st and goal from the 1.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
He connects on the PAT. It's 13-0 now. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Powering through. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Collins. Tries to get it to the running back. Pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get...
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Adams. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Hand off to the single back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 13, LSU 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Looking for some space. It's Haynes. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards, you pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Back's got it again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. He's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Returner decides to fair catch this. So here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They're going to run it. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to throw. It's Collins. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's inside the 10 now. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Here comes the point after attempt. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. We'll see if they can keep that going here. The pocket breaking down. Finds room at the 30. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback dropping back. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Was second and forever. And this defense is, of course, expecting a pass, but give the play call a lot of credit here. Running the football, catching the defense off guard, a nice run, but really, I think it's more about breaking a tendency.
We'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look for it. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So now at the 13-yard line, it's second and long. To the air, it's Collins. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. The pass rush closing in. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? And he just steps out of bounds. A takeaway to wrap up this first half. The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's brought down at the 38-yard line. And that's a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's Collins. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. We go with a direct snap. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. Fair catch made at the 20. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they're looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? Touchdown. Tie. There was a foot race, and he won it. How important is that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead.
And the returner elects to fair catch and no return. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Hands off to the left. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They got him down out near the 40.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back. It's Collins. Throwing for his running back. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. He's swarmed by the defense. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That's caught. It's Haynes. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Gonna run it. It's Haynes. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. He'll ride the back again here. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touch.
It's blocked. They scoop it up.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the 2nd half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll run it from the gun. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Lucky for the junior quarterback that didn't get picked off.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback in this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Quarterback keeps the football. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They're going to run it here. Running with purpose. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line of the 49.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down.
4th down coming up.
Punt team ready to boot it away.
15, on to kick it away.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. There's the handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Collins. Throws it to the right. Oh, and almost intercepted again. A chance for a 4th pick. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
He's found some room at the 45.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. On the ground, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Heading left after the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Fights off a defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Dropping back, it's Collins. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking tackles. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. Seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Running back has it on a screen now. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on him.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they'll set up with a PAT. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
32, LSU 20.
Bringing it out, it's Adams. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there. As far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. And then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. The onside kick works as they steal a possession here.
Chris, what just happened here? I'm in awe of this coach's sheer boldness. Going for an onside kick when you're up by a few scores? Wow. That's all I can say.
First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the fourth quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
2-9 Philly.
They're going to run the option. QB decides to keep it here. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Touchdown, Bama. And this one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation